First Sunday of Advent, Year C. The theme of our reflection is, The Lord is Coming. The Holy Mother Church begins a new liturgical year with this first Sunday of Advent. Advent is a season observed in many Christian churches as a time of expectant waiting and preparation for both the celebration of the nativity of Jesus at Christmas and the return of Jesus at the second coming. The word Advent comes from the Latin word adventus, which means coming or arrival. In 6th century, however, Advent was tied by the church to the coming of Christ. But the coming they had in mind was not Christ's first coming in the manger in Bethlehem, but his second coming in the clouds as the judge of the world. It was during the Middle Ages that the Advent season was explicitly linked to Christ's first coming at Christmas. Advent, as we know today, was developed in Rome. Pope Gregory I in the late 6th century and early 7th century composed many of the prayers, antiphons, and psalms responses. The first important sacred musical form in the medieval period was the Gregorian chant. It was the first official music of the Roman Catholic Church. The chant was named after Pope Gregory I, who gave support and impetus to church music by gathering together and codifying the various chants into a body of religious musical literature. The function of the Gregorian chant was simply for worship and to lift the faithful into a spiritual exaltation that was completely detached of the world. In this Advent, the church is asking her children to prepare for the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. It is a period of the coming of Christ. Christ's coming is three-dimensional: past, present, and future. Jesus came into this world when he was born in Bethlehem. He continues to come to us through prayers, holy sacraments, and various experiences. He will come again at the end of time to judge the living and the dead. Advent has two parts. The first part starts from the first Sunday of Advent until December 16, which deals with the preparation for the second coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. The second part of Advent starts from December 17th to December 24th, which prepares us for the commemoration of the first coming of Christ, Christmas. Advent and Lent are not the same. Advent stresses hope and joy, while Lent stresses penance and sorrow. Advent stresses preparation with festivity, while Lent stresses preparation with sackcloth and ashes. Advent features the prophet Isaiah, while Lent features the prophet Jeremiah. Let's be awake for the coming of the Lord. To be awake is to be conscious. John the Baptist was the voice crying out in the wilderness. He says, "Prepare the way for the Lord. Make straight his paths," which is what we are called to do during this holy season. The best preparation to meet the Lord at all times is to lead a righteous life. It consists in performance of our duties. Let's not harden our hearts. Peace be with you.